Welcome into another edition of the Priddy Podcast. I'm Derek,
I'm Jake.
and we are back after a few weeks of some special sports news that we're going to bring to you today. We're going to break down the few wins actually, historical wins that
Yes,
our
sir.
Grayson County Cougars had in the Sweet 16 tournament in Lexington. And we'll also break down Kentucky's unfortunate end in their tournament. And
Yep.
we want to bring you some just up-to-date stuff with a few of our sports teams. And I got a special announcement that may be in the works behind the scenes that a former regional championship. So we're going to kind of
Awesome.
break that down a little bit as well. But I want to start out something real quick. Jake,
Let's do it. What's up?
I watched a documentary today I never thought I'd be sitting in my living room at 35 years old watching a Nickelback documentary on
I'm
Netflix.
telling you, man. I'm gonna have to watch it. I've heard good things about it. Honestly.
Dude, I can't even lie to you, man. I wasn't expecting to actually I was hooked for like I'm not gonna lie. I've went through the phases with Nickelback. Where I tried to be cool and hate Nickelback because everybody was telling me to back
Man,
in the day.
why is it such a trend to hate Nickelback?
I don't know, man. And I was like a teenager and I thought that
Yeah.
was the cool thing to do. But as I've
It
gotten
was for a
older,
while.
yeah. And as
They
I've
got
gotten
bangers.
older, yeah, right. As I've gotten older, I've realized I'm like, man, I've never hated Nickelback. I love them.
Never.
They're
Never.
a really, really like, may not be a popular opinion, but I think Nickelback's still like one of my top probably 5 or 10 bands of all time that I've listened
Man,
to.
I swear.
That's my life.
Nickelback, and there's another band that gets all that. Is it Creed?
Creed, oh yeah. Creed,
Both
of
of those
course.
bands got nothing but bangers, and people want to hate on them.
They're
Isn't that
solid.
crazy?
Yeah. Creed's
don't
another one,
understand it.
man. Yeah, and that's well, I think the documentary talks about it, man. They go through that whole like time era of everybody hating Nickelback and all the backlash they
Man.
got. It's like they got so popular that that was the thing that people went to was
Well,
to
that's
hate them for being so
honestly,
big.
man, if you look around anytime anything or anybody gets that popular, it draws hate. Like, you don't get hate when you're kinda coming up and people are on your side. You're the people's champ in a way, and then when you hit the top, people's like, "Oh, I didn't want 'em to be that good." And that's what happens. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it is.
Then people start waiting for you to fail or trying to
And
find
they want you
ways.
to fail.
Yeah, there you
They
go.
wanna see turmoil.
Well, I'm just here to take up for Nickelback tonight. By some chance, Chad Kroger watches this. I love you, buddy. You're always a rock star.
Come on.
You're in
Come
my
on.
heart forever, man. They're an awesome
Legends.
band. I just had to get
Legends.
that out of the way, though. I had to talk about that
I
for a
love it,
minute.
man. I love
But
it.
Nickelback does not deserve the hate they get. They just don't.
Nope.
They're awesome.
Nope. I would agree.
And you know what else is awesome? This run that Grayson County had.
Hey, come on, talk about it.
Wow, dude. I mean, from the highs of, me and you, we watched the regional. There we go. Yeah, we got it, baby.
I got your towel still. I don't know if you're gonna get it back or not.
I need that back. You done got another towel.
No, I didn't get it. I gave it back. I didn't get to take it home.
That's it. That sounds
But
like
I do have one. You just seen it. It's mine now.
I'm getting that towel back.
No, you ain't. I'm just kidding.
But
I'll give it back to you.
anyway, no, you won't. No, but just watching that regional championship and the joy of winning the region again after the towel you just held up, after from 2009 to wait that long, and then you
17
go,
years.
yes, you go into Rupp Arena and you're sitting there and you're thinking, man, they can make history. This bracket sets up where they can be the team that goes the furthest in Grayson County history, and we start dreaming of Final Fours.
Well, yeah, I remember we went into that. We went into KS Bar and we sat down, and I think it was before Wednesday's game, the first game in the tournament. And
Yep.
somebody walked in wearing Cougar gear, and he said, realistically, where do you see this team going? And I remember both of us saying, we see a Final Four. We had a good road to get there. We knew we wouldn't play St. X, Covington Catholic, or Warren Central until Final Four, and had a good road to get there, and they made it.
Yeah. I think when that bracket came out and we was both sitting there and we looked at it, we just kind of both agreed. They got a very, very favorable matchup with Taylor County in the first round. And
Yep,
then, I liked that matchup. I kind of figured it would be Great Crossing, and I liked it too. And lo and
defending
behold,
champs. You knocked off the
yeah,
defending champs.
yes, and, lo and behold, they get to Taylor County. They kinda struggle a little bit off the slow start with Taylor County, just kind of
Yeah,
summing the game
could have
up
been
real quick, but
could have been nerves. Could have been. I mean, you're playing in a legendary Rupp Arena. I mean, things are. It's different, man. It
yeah,
really
and
is.
and and what was their center? Didn't he sign with, Louisville? Was that right? Am I correct on
As
that?
a football player, yeah, he's an offensive lineman, 6'6", 300 pounds is what he's listed at.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
he's playing for the Cardinals next year, offensive lineman.
that's
Tank.
a lot of beef down there, man,
He's a
trying to
tank of
guard
a
you.
guy, man. Just he's clogging the lanes. A lot of times, it's not even guarding him. It's just him putting him in the paint, and then you try to drive. It's like it takes away your whole drive game
Yeah,
because he's down there.
that was definitely causing us problems the first few quarters, and then I feel
They
like the
they force you to shoot.
3rd. Huh?
They force you to shoot jump shots, and
Yeah,
if you're not hitting jump shots, you're not gonna win that game.
exactly, yes, and I mean, that 3rd quarter, just that's kinda when I felt like the game opened up for Grayson. Taylor County
Uh-huh.
kinda just ran out of gas, I wanna
I
say.
believe I believe, and I could be a little off on the numbers, but the first 2 quarters, I think it was like 33% and maybe 39% shooting, and the 3rd quarter, which you just mentioned, was 73%, I believe, for Grayson County.
Yeah,
So, it makes a lot of sense. We went up around 10 points and kinda held that the rest of the game.
once that 3rd quarter, I started noticing Taylor, uh kind of started becoming more careless with the ball. Credit that to Grayson's pressure. I believe
Mhm.
that Grayson just upped that pressure.
Yeah.
After that halftime, they just completely collapsed on Taylor and forced Taylor into bad decisions. They turned the ball over. Grayson was able to get out and run. And lo and behold, we went on like a 8-10-0 run there and never looked back really from that point on. It was kind
Yeah,
of,
like you said, they came out of halftime with intensity, and I think that was a difference maker.
yeah.
I really do. I think that did a lot right there. And then intensity on defense, the pressure, and then hitting your shots to where you're at 70 something percent field goal. It's like hard to lose games when you're shooting like that and playing good defense. You
And
won't lose many.
I felt like with Great Crossing, once they got past Taylor, I felt like with Great Crossing, they just matched up pretty evenly with them,
They did. Yeah.
and it showed. That game was kind of back and forth the whole time. I thought both teams shot the ball very well, especially in the towards the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. It was
Yep.
just
Yep.
there for a minute. Great Crossing just couldn't miss, but Grayson had an answer for him every time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, credit to the guys shooting the ball on both teams, honestly. I mean, I don't, what was the final? Do you remember the final score or close to it? I don't really,
I think we won by was it 4? No,
something like
I
that. I
may
just remember the free throws. I think Jack was at the line a lot there at the end
yeah, Jack got a lot of free throw practice
and hit him.
that
He was
game.
hitting them. He
Yeah, I
couldn't
mean,
miss his free throws. He was killing it.
credit to Jack on that too. I mean, just to step up and have the poise to just knock them down. That's a big game, man.
Huge.
That honestly, I mean, that defines whether you're the greatest team to go, the furthest of Grayson County history, beating Great Crossing, and you kind of get that monkey off your back and do it. The historical aspect of beating Great Crossing,
Oh yeah, man.
just giving Jack the credit for being poised to step up and knock them free throws down.
Incredible, man. Incredible.
That's
In front of a lot of people, man.
yeah.
You got it's the biggest crowd they've ever played in front of. I mean, for him to sit there and hit. Did he hit every one in the final like few minutes? It seemed, I don't know if he missed.
If he didn't, he might have missed one.
Might have missed one.
If you're hearing anything on my end, my dog is sitting in here with me, and he is currently chewing on his foot.
I heard a little bit, but it's not bad.
I've
Keep
been
keep rolling,
trying
brother.
to keep him from. I mean, bless his heart. We've been working with him, trying to get he's got really bad allergies, and so we're trying to get it under control. It's been a process, and he has a real bad habit, especially this time of night when I'm filming an episode.
Oh
Excuse
yeah.
me, he wants to nibble on his foot.
Hey
So
man, you're a dog dad. That's just part of it, man.
yeah, I love my doggo, man. He's been good to me. But
Yeah.
like it's just the historical aspect of that though. Kudos to Grayson County for showing up to those games. They made the boys feel loved. One thing we
Yeah.
ain't mentioned yet, Cameron Mills,
Mhm.
UK, I mean legend of
How
UK.
cool is that, man? How
That's
cool is
all.
that?
If you're a Cats fan, you know Cameron Mills. He hit the shot against Duke in '98, big time, shot in NCAA history. Um, it's often referred to as the shot heard around the bluegrass. He gave Grayson love. I think he even joined Sam Gormley and them after our loss to St. X,
Yep.
which we'll get into. We'll dive into it in just a second. But I just thought that was cool, and I wanted to mention that a lot of love coming from Cameron
It's a
Mills.
legend, man.
Yeah, UK great to get on that and put the headset on and shout out Litchfield and shout out Grayson County because these
Amazing.
people deserve it. They do
Yep.
deserve it.
I think I read he still has the highest 3-point percentage for a Kentucky player ever.
Cameron Mills,
I believe so.
the
I
guy
believe
could
that's what I read.
the guy could flat out shoot it. Yeah, he
I
was
believe it was like 48% or something like that in his career. For
he's
and I think it was like at least 200 shots taken. So 200 threes minimum or you don't qualify for this.
he's got to be up there with your Travis Fords. I mean, just some of the best shooters in UK history.
Yeah.
He's
Yep,
got to
yep,
be
yep.
up there with them. But like it was really cool to walk into that arena and see literally, I mean, it felt like the entire county was up there.
Home
Yeah.
court. It felt like home court.
I mean, I mean, you know how big Rep Arena is. I
Oh
would
yeah.
say, what would you put on like a percentage of the estimation like the Grayson County covered of Rep Arena? I'd say at least 55%,
Something like
60.
that. Dude.
It's
I mean,
got to
I'll say
be.
this. Okay, I'll say this. If you take every fan that was there
Yes,
and
that's what
and
I
say
meant.
what the percentage of dude, it had I would say 50's lowballing. I would say 65, 60 at least. I
Yeah.
mean, there was a lot of orange, and you gotta think about it's like my brother, he wasn't even sitting in our section, he was wearing a navy blue shirt that first time, so that's not even there's a lot of people like that that's not even wearing orange that we don't see.
Oh yeah, I looked around and seen several people just kind of wearing, their regular
Oh,
shirts and
yeah.
stuff like
Yep,
that,
yep.
or it would have been total orange in there. And
Oh, yeah, man.
still the amount was just it was beautiful to see. I took a lot of pictures of it, so I'm sure other people have shared it as well. It was just
Yeah, I got a couple as
amazing.
well.
It's just amazing to see that crowd and really rally behind these players. The coaches noticed it. Cameron Mills noticed it. We, of course, noticed it. Um, great job, Grayson County. If you're listening,
Yep.
pat yourselves on the back.
Amazing.
That
Historical run, just like you said. I mean,
awesome stuff,
that
man.
is, that's something those kids will never, ever, ever forget.
Ever.
You'll never forget that. That's moments that a lot of people hasn't even come close to experiencing right there,
And may
and they
never
did.
again.
May never again, yeah.
And
You're absolutely right.
that's what makes sports. And I made this post when Grayson went on when Grayson beat Great Crossing. I got on Facebook and I made the post. I was like, this is what makes sports so like awesome to us. You get these moments. You don't always get them, but that's what also adds to the specialness of it. Is that when these moments come around, there it's something you can bask and enjoy in. And really, I felt like Grayson County grabbed a hold of that moment and really they cherished it. It shows that the people appreciate it.
They did, man, and we can dive into the St. X matchup. It's like, we were never supposed to win that game. We were never supposed to win that game. You get a
No.
team like St. X, and I believed we can win, and I believe if we play them 10 times, we might beat them like 3 times. You can win that game, but you're not supposed to. They got a 5-star recruit and Josh Lindsay, that's a sophomore 5-star recruit. Some has him listed as a 4, but I think I've seen 5 a lot as well. So I mean, you see the dunk he had in the championship game?
Yes. And I mean,
The oop over
yeah.
someone.
The
You
guys
don't see that. Somebody tweeted, they said in the last 20 years or whatever it was, watching this tournament, that's the best dunk I've ever seen in game.
Yeah, I agree. I've never seen a dunk like that in a high school tournament,
I
ever.
mean, it made number 6 on SportsCenter top 10. And
That shows you all you
that's
need to
who
know.
Grayson County yeah, that's who Grayson County had to play against. Not just that, but Jeremiah Jackson he's balling out of control. He's legit.
You don't
And the other
realize
go ahead.
I was gonna say, you don't realize the talent and the size until you just get there and you kinda watch it compared to and our players are great, they're amazing, and then you see, like, St. X's players walk out on the court and you're like, "Okay." Like,
And
come on.
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't necessarily think they're depending on how you define skill, right? So,
I don't
I
think
don't
they're
think
as
they're necessarily.
skilled as any of our players.
No,
Like,
they're
I
so athletic and they're jumping out of the gym. Their verticals are insane. They're just so athletic. They're hard to keep up with. Fast pace. They can do everything. Like very, very, very talented.
and I think IQ-wise on basketball, just I think our team plays just as smart as any team in the nation. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
you need
coached. They're coached well. I
yeah. Oh,
mean,
of course.
do
Travis
a
did an
lot of.
outstanding job by Travis, by the way, and
Yep,
that
yep.
staff, man. That
Did
was
a lot
amazing
of
stuff.
things just
Amazing stuff, man.
wonderful, man. Did a lot of things wonderful.
I mean, it's just those types of schools, of course, they recruit. I'm not making excuses because I mean, we
Yeah, I don't
lost.
wanna say that. I don't wanna do that either, and I've
No.
seen people, like, saying stuff about it. I get it. I get it. That does kinda suck, but at the end of the day, who would that school play against if it wasn't in this tournament? You know, they have to go to a national level and, like,
Yeah.
they gotta have competition too. I wouldn't take that away from them. They actually got beat by a public school anyway,
There you go. And I
so it
mean,
is what it is.
I was proud of Grayson's effort because they never once just they never quit. I
No, they
felt
never
like
wavered. They stayed in the game and did everything they could do, and I know they got frustrated, and I know there was, like, a sense of urgency, and they were shooting shots maybe they normally don't take because they knew they were behind, but they never once just laid down.
and
They,
it
go ahead.
no, you're good. I was just kinda piggybacking off of what you said. They just I think they fought and got it back within, like, 4 at one point, and I felt like they just kinda they gave it everything they could until the athleticism and just overall size of Saint X kinda took over, and
I mean, at
it was
halftime, we were down 3, something like
yeah, it
that.
was still pretty close, yeah, because
Very, very close, yeah. We started, 2 to 12. They had 12, we had 2, I believe.
yeah,
And, by halftime, we outscored them in the 3rd quarter by 6 or 7 points, and, by halftime, we were very much in the game.
yeah, they hung right in there with them, man, and, just I know it wasn't the result we wanted, but at the end of the day, he is going crazy on his foot. But at the end of the day, we made a Final Four. It was amazing, heck of a run. I can't take anything away from just the overall excitement I feel
Absolutely
about
not,
this team,
no.
man. I just can't. It was awesome seeing some of the,
Yeah, it's,
still there?
are you frozen? Yeah, I'm
No,
here.
okay,
Can you
my
hear me?
bad. Yeah, obviously, everybody that's
No, you're good,
watching
bro.
yeah, everybody that's watching, we're still getting the kind of
Hey, man, we're
hiccups.
figuring this out.
Yeah, we're
We've been
figuring
saying
this
it. Well, I
out.
think we're around episode 10 or whatever. This is the first remote episode we've done. We're going to figure this out, man.
Yeah,
We're
we still
trying
got
to
some
make it to
hiccups.
where exactly. We're trying to make it to where no matter what's going on, like I've had a busy day, a busy couple days. I know Derek's always got stuff going. We got families,
Yeah,
job, whatever. We're trying to make this where we can always pump out episodes on, whenever we want. If we get this remote going good, then like we get breaking news, we can hop on here and talk about it immediately and not have to like drive to my house or drive to your house. So that's what we're shooting for with this. So
there you go. Good. That's a good way to summarize it up, Jake. That's perfect. Uh, I just wanted to just give the shout out to all the former players and stuff for coming out too. Like I seen a lot of players from that '09 Grayson team. Seen a lot of football players. A lot of
yep, yep, several.
a lot of ex coaches. They were all up there. I mean, literally the entire town was up there to see the Cougars. I like that. I didn't know that little saying, but I seen someone put it on Facebook, and I can't remember who like came up with the saying, but someone said, "Turn out the lights." Last one out of Grayson County. Did you see that by the?
I did. That was
And
cool. That
I
was
ain't that
cool.
I
Whoever
like
leaves
that little
Grayson County
saying.
last, flip the lights off.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool little saying, and, whoever come up with that, I like that, by the way. It's a
That's awesome, man.
neat little motto there that we go by kind of when there's a big
And
game.
who knows? And we can end this Grayson County segment by just saying how proud we are of the coaches, the players, everybody involved on that staff.
Yeah,
They made
because we
history,
could
and
talk about it all night, man.
I mean, they'll get a Final Four banner.
Congratulations to them. We hope to see that. Yes, round of applause. Heck of a season, boys. You're legends. You're legends in Litchfield, baby.
Always
So,
will be. Hang
yes,
that banner.
yeah, I mean, actually, you're legends. I mean, I think this statewide will talk about this team for a long time. I really
Probably.
do.
Probably
I
so.
think
Yeah.
they've etched their names into the KHSAA books forever. If I can say that right.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep.
good job there. And we're going to move forward to a little bit of a more depressing topic, which is Kentucky basketball. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this just because
We'll touch on it.
it's been an up and down season. We really I seen when I was on my way home, we hired a player development, which I guess is our fancy way of saying GM.
Yeah.
Mark Pope hired him this afternoon. He's coming over to. I'm going to assume he's going to be the guy that takes the reins from Pope and staff and leads at finding these players and helping construct this roster.
I
But
like that, and I'll say this: everybody's so quick to tear Mark Pope down, and I get it. I definitely get it, man. To kind of disappointing season, and a lot of people that's tearing him down completely forgets the injuries they dealt with all year long. I know you want to go out there and make a Sweet 16, but you take 3 guys off of any team, who's making a Sweet 16? And I'll say that, and I to defend the people that want Mark Pope out, I get it. You beat top 25 teams, you beat Arkansas, you beat Tennessee, and then you lose to, like, these other teams that should never beat you, and you wanna push that against coaching. It probably is a lot against coaching, right? But I'm not ready completely to give up on Mark Pope after 2 years. I say 1 more year. If he has a healthy season and doesn't do much, then scratch it.
um, a lot of the frustration I know and everything you said, I'm totally with.
Mhm.
A lot of the conversations that I've seen voiced was the roster construction. I think he took a swing on Jaden Quainance. He missed.
Yep, yep, yep.
Jalen Lowe got hurt. That's your point guard. We never adjusted
And
to
that's
that.
big, and that's the reason not to cut you off, but
No,
that's
you're
the
good.
reason you lose that game, this last game. I mean, I know we watched and we kinda had a discussion about it. They full court press us, and you have nobody to handle that ball and nobody to handle that pressure of a full court, press, and it's just like you said, there's no true point guard on that team to make that work, and that's the biggest weakness they have, and they exposed it and did what they did.
Yeah, if you're Pope, you gotta go out and find. You gotta whether it's. I don't think it's Jalen Lowe personally. I don't think Jalen Lowe's going to be there. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Jalen Lowe's gone. I think he'll hit the transfer portal. I think if you're Pope, you have to go get an absolute like your point guard for next year. He better be good. Like you've got to have a guy that comes in
Yeah.
and takes over games. You're just going to have to. You're going to have a guy that runs this team, and he's probably going to have to be one of these top 2 or 3 transfers in this portal. You're going to have to go
Mhm.
grab a name. You're going to.
Yep,
No,
yep.
I don't want to say name, but you got to grab a guy, a talented guy.
Yeah.
So that's just where I stand with the point guard situation. The big guys, I think we're not hurting there like everybody may think we are. I like
Uh-huh.
Moreno. I think there's going to be a lot of
I do
talent.
too, and I think he develops. I think he gets better as
Yeah,
he goes. I like him.
I like Moreno a lot there. I like Yelovich coming back.
I do too, yeah. He had a couple big games for us that was kinda showed his potential and where he could be if he just sticks around and keeps working like he is. Yelovic, he shocked me in a lot of ways in those big games he had. I didn't really know he was that much of a hooper. He really I
The guy
mean,
can ball.
I'm a fan, man. Him and Marino both. I'm a big fan of those guys.
If he takes a jump on his defense, he's going to get a lot of minutes next year. he will. I mean, he'll
Oh
find
yeah,
his. He'll. I mean, he got a lot of minutes this year, but I think just overall, him being a good basketball player, offensively and
mhm,
defensively, it's going to keep him on the
yeah,
court. But you know,
yeah.
a bad ending to the season. We hate it. I hope this thing with Pope works out. I hope this guy Keegan Brown that they've hired, I hope he knows what he's doing with the player roster construction, development, all this stuff he's supposed to be doing. You know, this has to be a home run. I think this is a very important summer for Mark Pope. If you don't get
Yeah.
this
So,
right, it's you're that old saying, 3 strikes, you're out, buddy. It's just
mhm,
how that's how it's gonna be.
um, uh, as far as in and out, if you was to give a percentage on where you're at right now, currently with Mark Pope, 100 being all the way in, 0 being all the way out, where are you at?
That's a good question. I think just right now, this is just solely because of what I've just seen and how I'm looking at the names that we don't have any right now for next year currently committed.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So as of right now, did you say 100 being out or 0 being out?
100 being all the way in and 0 being all the way out on just Mark Pope in general, being the head coach of the Kentucky Wildcat.
Right now, I'm probably at about 25%,
It's
honestly.
fair. It's fair. And see, I said up there and I said that I don't think it's all on Pope, and I don't. I don't. He had dealt with injuries or
It's
whatever, so
it's
I will
not.
slightly go above. I'll slightly go above, and I'll go like high 30s, maybe 40 at the most. But even that's 60% out if I'm going 40. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
it's not
still a
like I
lot.
fully believe in him. I'm just not ready to let go completely. I don't think, he makes a Sweet 16 first year. That's not bad. This year he's dealt with a ton of injuries. So let's see one more year. If we can get a healthy year, we'll see what happens. And then I'll have a better understanding of if I want him here or not.
Yeah, I'm on that boat as well. I wanna see what this
Yeah.
GM player development guy does. I wanna see how they construct this roster, kinda learning from their mistakes now. I think you got a blueprint of what not to do. I think you kinda
Absolutely.
stay away from your injured players, stay away from kind of the question marks. I think if that's one thing to take into this offseason, take that into the consideration and run with it, and
Yep, love it, love it.
find you healthy guys. Find you healthy guys that'll run this team and do good.
Yep, yep,
That's
yep.
really all we can ask.
And when Pope, I feel like he knows his back's kind of against the wall here. That's why he's making moves this fast after the season's over and like trying to do certain things. And um, I do feel like when Pope's back is against the wall, it's probably when he's the best. It's just like when we play ranked teams, they played better, especially late in the season. They they played better against those ranked teams than they did unranked teams.
Yeah, and I mean,
He's got one of those he's got that thing where it's like, if we're underdogs, he loves it, and he makes his players love it, and there's good and bad to that, like we've talked about.
yeah, I wanna be one of the top dogs again, and I'm sure a lot
You
of
and me
fans
both,
do.
man.
Yeah,
Every UK fan, we know what this organization is, and, like, it's historical. We all want to see it, man. We all want that,
it
and that's
don't
why people are so quick to cut Mark Pope out. They're like, "This isn't UK basketball. Get him out," and I
it
get it. I get it, man.
yeah, it don't make it any easier watching Duke go to the
I
Sweet
was getting ready to say,
16. You watch Rick Pitino with St. John's go to the Sweet 16. You
yeah,
watch
we're for
Calipari and the
yeah.
Razorbacks go. I mean, that don't help. It really don't. It
No,
doesn't
no,
help.
no.
It's pouring salt in the wound. Really is.
And we're over
And
here
Pope sees that. Pope sees that. He's got two eyes and
absolutely.
two ears, just like we do.
Just like
He
I
hears
said,
and
I
sees it.
think mentally his back's against the wall, and I think he knows it. And
You
that
got
could
to.
be good going into this next season. So we'll see. I mean,
Especially, could you imagine if Patino and Cal both made the Final Four?
man, that's a stinger.
It's getting really possible
It could
that
happen.
could happen. It
It could
could.
definitely happen.
It's becoming a reality.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's something he's got to take into account too. You're not going to come back and lose 13 games and be here again after next year. If you come back and
No,
lose that again, and we're talking
it's a wrap.
7, 8 seed, and yeah, it's over. You don't
It's a
have to
wrap.
worry about it. Yeah, as soon as that year's over, he's gone.
And we'll
There's
follow up next year. We'll
yeah,
follow up next year, and I guarantee you, no matter what happens, we'll know we'll have a really good idea of what direction UK will be headed after next year. It's just hard. It's so hard to sit up here and say for sure you want him out or for sure you want him in the program after the year he had because it was ups and downs. It was a roller coaster all year. He won some big games. He lost some easy games. He had injuries. It's just tough to really sit up here and without a doubt say what I want for that.
Yeah,
It's not a good sample size, I'll say.
yeah, I hope they address the strength and conditioning. I think that's a issue here at Kentucky. Feels like
Yeah.
every year we have players go down, and maybe it's bad luck. I mean, I feel like it needs to be addressed a little bit, just to kind of fix something in there. Something might
Yeah.
it looks like it's something looks like it's wrong to me. You shouldn't be having
Yeah.
players just get hurt all the time. Like it's literally every year.
Not that commonly, you know?
Right, right. So hopefully that gets fixed and we're happy go lucky. And I'm going to be the first to say I would love to see Pope lead us to the promised land.
Oh,
Just right
yeah.
now, right
Absolutely.
as I sit here right now on March 24th, 2026, I am the lowest I've been on Pope. But that could change. We could be having a totally different conversation in 6 months.
Absolutely. Like, we're in about the same boat. I mean, you just I've said what I need to say. You get it, man. It's just you have to go
Yeah,
out there and win games. You have to do what you gotta do to win these games in a big program. You've got the best coaching job you've ever had now. Put the work in and let's get this Final Four appearance. Let's at least get Elite 8. Let's get more Sweet 16s. Let's be in the running every year. Let's be better than a 7 seed.
there
Let's
you
see a
go.
top 5 seed minimum. Like, if you're a 5 seed, maybe it's okay, but let's get top 25, even if it's in the 20s for the whole year. Let's be a contender here. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be a contender. Let's let's be a contender in Dallas.
Oh, come on. Come on. Talk about it.
I'm telling you, man, it's totally I'm doing a total 180 here because I actually feel the highest I've ever felt on our coaching staff in Dallas.
Coaching staff 1000%. Coaching staff
I'm
1000%.
I feel
Um
the best I've ever felt. And I know you do too, Jake.
Man, I'm telling
The
you, it's
floor is
just
yours.
like, we've wanted to see this type of staff in Dallas for how long, man? I've been a fan for right at 20 years now. Since I was a kid in middle school or elementary, I've been a huge Cowboys fan, and, like, I've seen names come and go, names stay too long, Jason Garrett, 9 years, and I like Jason Garrett, but not for 9 years. I mean, when you don't win playoff games, how do you keep the job for almost a decade? I don't like that. So, you hire Coach Shoddy last year, and we're hopeful about him, right? We was hopeful about him since the time they hired him. I know we were looking at Prime and we were looking at all these other guys, right?
Yeah. At the time, I
Uh,
wasn't sure.
yeah,
I was holding on to
hopeful. We were
hope.
very hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he does what he does with the offense, and you see the way he talks and how he carries himself and how much faith Jerry and the whole staff and the players have in him, and you just kind of it's infectious. You want to believe in him like everyone else does. And then he goes out there and he takes that offense to where he took it. Top 5 year round. A lot of people had us number 1, and we're right there, top 5, top 3. You could put us number 1 offense.
Hey,
Um, we have a defensive coordinator that just is set in his ways, old school, doesn't I feel like there was some, like, authority things between him and Shoddy. Shoddy was young. He had been a head coach. Eberflus had been a head coach. He had done these things, and, like, he just kinda was like, "I'll do what I wanna do." And that's fine sometimes, but it didn't work for us.
no, not at all. And I think you seen the turning of the kind of just the passing of the torch and turning that guy, getting him eh, getting him out and getting this fresh voice in. And honestly, going back to the whole Schottenheimer vision, he's done a hell of a job. I mean, you got Clayton Adams as your OC. He looks like
Incredible.
he looks like one of the great upcoming brilliant minds. And I think he scored again with Christian Parker, dude. Everything points to that being a great hire again.
Man, you
They're
see me
trusting
smiling over here.
Shoddy. Yeah, I see you.
You see
Yeah.
me smiling. I'm listen, and it's just like
Nice.
we felt about Schottenheimer. I you don't know yet because Schottenheimer had not been a head coach, so we were very hopeful and had a good idea of what we were gonna get, but you don't know until you see it, and that's why we're at with Christian Parker. We have a very good idea. We think we think we're gonna love this guy. We think we've talked about this. We don't think he's on Dallas in 3 years because he does such a good job. He gets a head coaching job.
Yeah, I think you treasure him while you
Um,
got him.
treasure him while you got him. You're looking at somebody that could be this could be his last coordinator position, maybe ever.
It's
You're
very
talking about a guy. I mean, that's the way the league talks about him. He could be a genius. He's a phenom. 34, I think, 34 years old.
I think if he nails this draft the way I think they can nail it with the weapons we got signed, the people coming back, there is no reason to believe it. I don't think year one, Christian Parker, with his mind and his scheme and his smartness, that he can't take that defense to at least an NFC championship. I fully believe it.
Yeah, the
I,
offense. Well, I mean,
I,
when you bring the offense back and you get everybody, if they are healthy, it's like we've said in the past, man. You don't need this defense to be a top 5. If they are, look out. I mean,
Super Bowl.
if this defense is a top 5, even top 10, we're looking
Is-
at a. I mean, that's incredible,
We're
complete team
we're
that can
Super
compete.
we're Super Bowl at.
Come on, we
Uh,
we
oh,
need one
I,
of those,
well,
man.
I mean, if his defense is top 5 next year, I'll see you there wherever it's at. I'll see you there. That's
Coming out of the NFC, it's
for
hard to
real.
deny. I mean, I like this. I like Seattle. You know, they came up, but look at who they've lost, man. They lost the Super Bowl MVP. I mean, you go down the line, they've lost some very talented players. They just couldn't keep any longer. Um,
The
so it's
Rams
like,
scare the Rams would be the biggest threat, I think,
yeah,
in the
yeah, that's a good
NFC.
threat.
I
But
think
even
that
then,
maybe the
if this
Lions.
offense is top 5 and the defense is top 5, you're looking at it right there. All they gotta do is go out and perform when it matters. If you have talented teams,
Yeah, I the whole idea with Parker, I think, is going to focus on your DBs, and that's what's been hurting Dallas so much.
so bad, man, so bad.
And I've seen them. They've been signing guys for our secondary for 2 weeks now, and
Yep, yep, yep.
the names, I'm loving it, man. I mean, they've just had some really sneaky good signings that fly under the radar. They're not your blockbuster deals, but they're just really good. You needed bodies in that room, first of all.
You do.
Now you're getting
100%.
those. Yeah, because I mean, last year we was just about out of players at that position. We were like 1 or 2 guys away from being completely out of players at
It
that.
was rough.
Yeah,
I know it was rough. Yeah, there's, going into the offseason, there were several areas on defense to look at. Offense, all you had to do was bring back the guys that did what they did last year. A lot of production, but defensively, you had a linebacker room you had to fix, a line room you had to fix, especially on the ends, and you had a secondary that was. I mean, I don't even know what word to describe that secondary. Banged up, not playing good, in and out, like you just all over the place. It's like they didn't know what was going on. And then you go sign Thompson on a $30 million deal. Is that what it was? Safety.
yes, yeah.
So you're already right there. You're cleaning up the secondary. I still like Deron Bland. I'm not giving up on him yet either. You take a poorly coached defense, it's hard to blame some of those guys. It really is. We don't
But
know what schemes they were calling. Like if they're playing zone and he's in his zone and somebody catches the ball outside of his zone, we want to blame him. But realistically, that could be the schemes and the play calls.
and we have breaking news.
Oh no, let's hear it. Let's
Dun,
hear it.
dun, 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 dun. Hubert Davis is officially out as the North Carolina head coach. He will not return after 5 years with the Tar Heels. Hubert Davis is out at UNC. That's the
Interesting.
breaking news.
Interesting.
So that goes to show you. It goes to show you these programs, they expect things. They have
Winning programs
expectations.
want winning seasons.
He took North Carolina to the championship game too. So
There you go.
and he's
Things
out.
are forgotten. It's a
Things-
very and really all sports are a very "what have you done for me lately"
There you go.
thing. And if you lose it, if you're good 1 year and you suck for 5 years, you're going to be out. You're just not going to keep a job.
People want to see improvement. And I mean, flipping back to Dallas, I think Shoddy knows that as well. Like he's seen the Mike McCarthy's, he's seen the Eberflus's now, and I think he's like, let's get some guys in here. Excuse me, to we want to propel this organization. We
Mhm.
want to
Yep, yep.
lift it. And I think your Clayton Adams and your Christian Parkers of the world, they embody that and they're going to do it. I think they see that vision as well.
So what all 3 of those guys have in common is they're all 3 young, unproven, chip on their shoulder, and they want to show the world they're deserving of this job and that they can change football and they can change culture in a locker room and then they can go out there and get wins and get big wins, not just regular season. They want to. Shoddy said in his when they announced him as the Cowboys coach and he sat up there with Jerry and Steven,
Mhm.
he said, "I want to win and I want to win championships. If I didn't, what would I be doing here?"
And that's a perfect way to start out your time as the coach. Like that is
There you go.
I want to
That's what
see
we want to
that.
hear, man.
Yes, we don't want to hear
That's
the same old regurgitated bull crap that these guys get up there and it feels like they're reading off a cue card. It feels like, well,
exactly.
yeah, it's the same old spiel. Really excited to be in
We're gonna do
Dallas.
all we can.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
man,
we're
get that noise out of here.
I love this organization and we're gonna try our best.
Just
Shotty sat up there and
flat
he
as a
said,
sprite
"We're
on a summer
going to
day.
win." Exactly. He sat up there and said, "We're going to win
I
championships."
don't know where that
And that's the
comparison came.
thing, like, you what'd you say?
I said
Sprite on a summer day?
flatter than a sprite on a summer day. I don't know. It's just
That's it though, man, and that's what Mike McCarthy was, and, Mike McCarthy was proven no chip on his shoulder. He don't have to do anything else. He has a Super Bowl.
he's got it.
He gets to go home every night and look at that Super Bowl ring on his dresser.
Yeah, and
He
I
doesn't have
mean,
to do anything else.
maybe Pittsburgh kind of fires him up as his hometown where he's from that area. Maybe he goes back there now and it kind of lights that
He gets a
flame back
reunion
in him.
with Rodgers. Yep, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think it's interesting to see, and I'll be watching him next year. I don't hate the guy at all. I
No,
mean, I
I
just
mean,
for
wish him the
Dallas, you need
best.
somebody that's gonna come in. We've talked about this so many times, but for Shoddy to come in, first year as a head coach ever, and make Pickens and CD set out for a whole drive.
Man,
Take some balls, man.
that was
You
honestly
lose that game,
when I started
go
falling in
ahead.
love with him was that moment. I'm glad you brought that
Man,
up.
you lose that game and it's on you because you set those stars. People are gonna start saying that. And he said, "I don't care. You're not gonna play for this organization and break rules. I don't care who you are." And there's not very many head coaches in the NFL that's got the balls to do that.
No, no, not at all. That
It's good to
is
have one.
you couldn't have said it any better. That is the perfect summary of shoddy has there's not any better. I don't think. I think he totally gets what he's doing. And he's going to do it to the best of his ability. And I think that's why this dude is about to really take off and succeed. You're going to see guys come out from under him they're going to go on and make really great careers for themselves because everybody loves playing for I just think everybody loves playing for Schottenheimer and the
You know,
staff.
you hear like Christian Parker, he's coming from Vic Fangio. Like you hear this, right? And
Mm,
they name Vic. Okay, 2 years Clayton Adams going to get a job, and they're going to say he's coming from Brian Schottenheimer.
yeah.
That's Brian Schottenheimer's
c-
system. He's coming from, and people
Came
are going to want that because he's coming from Brian Schottenheimer's system.
Yes, he was that close to landing a job this offseason. It
There you
just
go. Yeah,
we wasn't sending him to
Shotty said,
Philly.
"Nah,
We wasn't
nah,
sending him to Philly. They can forget
nah."
that.
Yeah,
But
come
I mean,
on.
if it had been somebody else, who knows? He probably gets that job, just to be honest. But
Man,
he's
I'd
not going to
say
Philly.
our offense does that again. We may be looking at the last year for Clayton Adams but and that's okay. You can lose Clayton because Shoddy's the one that really runs it. Clayton is learning everything from Shoddy and
There you
Shoddy's system.
there
And
you
if he
go.
pays attention and really takes notes and soaks all that in like a sponge, he could be great. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Is it normal for a coach to have a sophomore slump? Is that a thing?
I mean, your greats, I don't know. I just think they slowly just keep getting better.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but a lot of people
I don't expect
will
it.
see. I don't expect it either, especially after you re-sign. You tag Pickens and re-sign Javante and keep Ferd, CD, and the other weapons we have. I mean, I just don't think you got too much there, barring injury.
There you go. Yeah, of course
But you got
that.
too much there, man.
I 100% agree with that.
And it's not easy to read. Shoddy disguises everything. Good luck defending that. He disguises everything. He lines up in the gun, you still don't know what it's gonna be. He lines up under center, you don't know what it's gonna be. There's 3 receivers tight, you still don't know what it's gonna be. There's no way to read his schemes, and that's what's gonna keep him good.
He keeps people guessing.
And we've seen offensive coordinators and even head coaches coach where they're good for a couple years, and then the league figures them out. And we know some names, we don't have to say them, but the league figures them out, and then it's like, oh, maybe they wasn't as good. They were just different. And once the league figured them out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you see that empire start to crumble, you know.
Exactly.
I don't I think Schottenheimer wants this to work so bad he's not gonna give up on pushing himself to even
No,
be
and you
better.
adapt and overcome.
There you
And
go.
if the
That
league figures him out a little bit, he'll adapt, change schemes, and overcome that. I believe that. He's young and hungry.
right, and that's where your good coaches and your great coaches separate themselves.
Absolutely.
That's where you're and
Look
then
at
you got
Andy
your
Reid.
there you go. Look at your McVays, Andy Reids. I mean, those guys adapt, they change. They're constantly their next move after they win their last game is what can we do to get better? That's the first thing. What can we do to get better? How do we keep
Doesn't
this
matter if you
going?
if you win the Super Bowl, Andy Reid probably goes home,
Shoot,
celebrates for a night or 2, and he's
shoot,
still
yeah,
trying to figure out how to get better.
yeah.
He's like, "All right, we got a young Patrick Mahomes. We got a chance to win 10. Let's go win 10. Let's not just settle for 1 or 2 or 3."
And he's instilled that culture in Kansas City. Those guys that go there now, they asking themselves that same question. When I
Well, it's
get here, what can
contagious.
I do to win? What can I do to
It's
help
con
them win?
Exactly, it's contagious, and when you have people, and especially a head coach that's leading the team, doing that in the locker room, you're gonna have guys follow suit. That's just the way it goes. You got people in there that are toxic to a locker room, you're gonna have guys follow suit, not wanna be there. It just is what it
What
is.
you said.
So,
What you said. And that is exactly what I think Schottenheimer dealt with his first year. And I think that was when he got done with this year, he said, "It's over. I'm not doing that
snakes out of
again."
grass.
Yep. He said, "It's time to go in here. We're gonna clean house." And
Yep.
he's cleaned it. He's completely gutted what we was holding, I think, us back. I think he took that out of the equation. He's put his
Mhm.
guys in, the guys that the vision that he wants, and he's gonna roll with it. And I think they're gonna have success, man. This locker
Man,
room sees that. This locker room sees that stuff.
it's gonna be we're gonna shit. I mean, we might be doing 2 episodes a week come
Oh yeah.
September.
There's about to be a ton of content. It's going
I can't
to
wait for the
be
draft, man.
crazy. Well, the draft is gonna be amazing, man. I
Yeah.
really think Dallas is gonna nail this. I
We still
really
gonna
do.
live stream it? You still like the live stream idea?
I'd love that. Yeah,
First round of the draft?
I
Oh,
love
dude,
that.
come on.
I'd love that.
That's set in
I just
stone.
yes. I mean, we're gonna have our player breakdowns. I've been watching a lot of film on the McCoy, Tennessee cornerback. I've been watching film on Rodriguez, the
Yep,
Texas
yep.
Tech linebacker. I've been watching some footage on Ed Bailey.
Stud.
Yeah, I mean, Allen, shoot, I said Allen, but it's the Texas.
A lot of options.
Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot out there, man. I could name more, but we'll go through that later and break all that down. But I mean, there's 10, 12 guys in this first round I love, and if Dallas was to land
Man,
2 of them, shoot, it could change.
1000%.
It's just getting there, getting to that moment, and Dallas seizing that moment is just. I'm curious to how they're going to do this. I'm really curious.
Yeah, and, you know, most drafts, when you go into having such a bad defense the year previous and you got 2 first-round picks, you're like, "I hope certain things happen and these players fall to us." You usually got 2 targets, 2 to 3 targets. There's 10 guys in this first round I would love to have. It's hard to fail. It's hard to fail this draft because there's so many options and paths to get that defense cleaner.
You'd almost purposely have to do something really stupid to
Exactly.
mess up
And it
the
just
first round.
I mean, you're rolling loaded dice is what you're doing.
There you go.
Like, all you gotta do is roll it out there, and you're gonna get 6s, but you just gotta roll it out there. Now, if you only roll 1 or whatever you do, that's on whoever, Jerry
Yeah,
or whoever, but
it's on them. You
it's hard to
got
fail this draft.
with the minds that we have in that locker room now. I feel 100% confident that they're going to do their homework and get the guys that fit what they're wanting to do. Now, we may have some head scratchers when it comes to draft night about because there may be teams that take somebody we want, but I fully trust this staff to have a plan B, C, D, E, like you said earlier, all the way to Z. I think they're going to have their
Exactly.
ready.
And let's say Manager Delane gets taken by the Chiefs at 9. They got 9. I think they have to pick 9 because they lost both corners, and that's very possible that could happen. Then Dallas says, okay, we got this guy. Or, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and draft a linebacker at 12 and wait till 20 to take a secondary guy. Or Manager Delane don't get taken, we get him. Then we get C.J. Allen at 20 or whoever. There's just so many options here that should be available for both picks. One of those options should be available for both.
Yeah, I'm totally think Delane's he keeps having these impressive days at the combine. So the top 10's looking really good for he keeps going
Yeah,
up.
it's gonna be tough to get him. The Dolphins, I think the Dolphins like him. The Chiefs like him. Chiefs, I predict now we're still like a month out, but I predict Chiefs take him just because they lost McDuffie and
Yeah.
what's the other one? Other
Oh,
corner.
he went to the Rams with him.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. But they
Yeah,
lost both their corners, and they're in dire need of a good corner, and Delane fits that perfect for them, man.
yeah, you got to have some secondary help, and
And if they
he
don't take him, come
yeah,
on.
please don't. But I mean, if those guys kind of fluctuate, maybe somebody else drops. Maybe one of your edges
Yeah,
drop.
exactly.
Maybe
For
that.
everybody that's taken, there's somebody else not taken.
Yeah. Oh, of
So,
course, of course. There's going to be a ripple effect to this draft changing highs and lows. Maybe someone makes a trade for a
mhm,
quarterback. Who knows? The draft goes so crazy. That's what
yeah,
makes it beautiful. Is you could have a team jump from 22 to 5 or 4, and then it just shakes up the whole order.
yeah,
That's what
exactly,
that's what
man.
that's what makes it so fun,
You
honestly.
know what's really beautiful about this? It's March, and we're talking about Cowboys football.
I know, man.
That's the best
We
part
live and
about
breathe
this,
it,
man.
buddy. We live and
Come
breathe
on.
it. That's
Uh,
part of being a fan.
yeah, so we got the draft coming up next month. Um, I say we do some stuff for some NBA content coming up soon. We got the NBA playoffs starting. If I had to pick right now, bro, Spurs are taking it, man.
I think it's gonna be whoever comes out of that West between the Spurs and Thunder. I fully expect it to be the Spurs. I think they're gonna hang another banner this year.
It's honestly insane that I wish they would do away from East versus West, man, because if we're looking at Spurs OKC in the finals, now that's a fun finals,
It'd be
man.
fun. I mean, I don't
And I
know
know it's
how.
tradition.
I just don't know. Everybody's on Boston, and I don't see the East. I just don't.
Listen,
I don't
I
see the
like
East, man.
Boston. I like Cleveland. I don't think they compete with the top 4 teams in the West. When you're looking at the Thunder, you're looking at the Spurs, you're looking at the Nuggets, man. I think the Nuggets beat them.
The Rockets
The Rockets
are
dude, the
right
Lakers
there.
are playing good. I
Lakers, I
mean,
think they get in the 3 seed.
Luca leading the Lakers and LeBron doing as a role player behind Luca is very impressive. LeBron's been playing good, man. Austin Reeves on that team. They got Aiton. They're a good team. They really are. Now, I don't think they win it. I don't think they beat those top 3 teams we just talked about, but they're legit.
Yeah, and
I mean,
you feel good about them against any of the East teams. I think.
them against the
Just
Celtics, I mean, that could be 7 games.
yep, I feel good about it. I just don't think the East matches up with any of the firepower in the West. I just don't. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong, but
it's hard to see how, and it's just like we said, I know it's tradition. I know they're trying to keep things how they are. Um, However, man, if you just listed, I believe 16 teams make it, right? It's 8 and 8 on both sides. Is that
yeah,
right?
yep, yeah. You got your 1
So
through 8
just
seeds.
do the top 16 teams and seed them that way and make them play on different sides of the bracket. So you would have, you could do 1 through 4 seeds. Just it would be 1 through 4 seeds, and you would label it just like you do NCAA. So you'd have your 1 seeds would be like
Kind
the
of like
Nuggets.
pods. Are you saying like
Yeah,
pods?
yeah. So like your 1 seeds, you got the Thunder, you got the Nuggets, you got the Spurs, and you got put the Celtics as a 1 seed on the other side. That's fine.
So you're just
You
going by
just do it
overall records.
overall records. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think that's
like that.
beautiful. Imagine that 4 different sides, just like NCAA, and the best teams could meet in the Final Four of the NBA tournament.
I like that. I like it set up a lot better
It's
than the East
beautiful,
versus
man.
West.
And then
That's
you got Lakers and Rockets as 2 seeds and 2 different spots there. I mean, that's if you put the Lakers in the seat in the section with the Celtics, and they play second or third round, they could make it past
They
that.
very well could. That could be your
They're
champion.
just not coming. I don't think the Rockets or the Lakers are coming out of the West because the West is so stacked.
It is. It's loaded.
And it's been that way for years. That's what look at the Warriors dynasty coming out the West. I mean,
All those
your Cavs would be a 2 seed in a different I mean, that's cool too cuz then you get LeBron, you could have LeBron first round versus the Cavs team, and that's fun. There's a lot of different things that could happen there. Um they're just I think a lot of these leagues are against change, but I will say I did see where they're voting on bringing 2 more teams in the NBA. You see that?
Yeah, yeah, the Seattle and Vegas potentially.
Seattle and Vegas, yep.
I would be all about that. I miss the Supersonics, man. Bring them back.
Yeah, do you so will they bring back the Supersonics? Will
I
they
feel
have that name?
they should. I mean, and
I
they may
agree.
not. They
I
may
agree.
wanna do a total rebrand, but why not? Why not bring back the Super
Yeah,
I
come
mean,
on.
dude,
KD,
you're
get KD on there.
you would make so much money off merchandise too for that team being back.
Throwbacks,
Yes, man.
throwbacks,
Everybody would
man.
love that dude. I'm not even
A
gonna
lot of
lie, I
studs.
would love
A
them.
lot of studs play there. I think Ray Allen played there.
Ray for,
Ray Allen, Kevin
yeah,
Durant got drafted there, right?
Rashad Lewis.
No, Kevin Durant didn't play there, did he?
Yes, that's where he got
Yes,
drafted.
he did because they moved to OKC. Yeah, I'm crazy.
That's actually the Supersonics
Yeah, OKC is that
relocation.
team.
So,
Here's my question, and I was thinking about this the other day. If you add 2 teams, immediately how do you build for those teams? Do you give them the 1 and 2 draft?
see, I don't know how they do that stuff. I can't remember how they did it for OKC when that
I
happened.
don't know.
I
Well,
think
they just
they just
moved, right?
relocated. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so, like,
Yeah, my
I
bad.
don't know when the last time they've added teams. It's been a long time ago.
It what was the last
Early
team?
2000s, maybe?
I'm trying to think, was it the Magic? The Magic have been one of the later teams.
Yeah, but I mean, they drafted Shaq, so that's '90s, right? So
Yeah.
you're looking at 30 years anyway.
Now I'm kinda curious. Hold on, I just
Um,
the last NBA team.
I'll tell you this, it's interesting because Um, they have a full salary cap that's empty, you know what I'm saying, to start. So they can just like if you got free agents or if you got, you can trade, you got that number 1 draft pick, you can trade it for someone. You can just build a team around somebody else.
Yeah, I totally forgot it. The Bobcats. The
The
Charlotte Bob
Bobcats, yeah.
was the last expansion team, and then that's when the Hornets went to New Orleans.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They relocated too, but they started as the Bobcats,
Yeah, and then you had
right?
the Pelicans would have had to been in there then.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The Pelicans would
What
have to
year
be
was that?
the Pelicans would have had to been when were that's a good question. When were it's saying 2013. I thought it was somewhere around there. 'Cause that was right when Anthony Davis was going there.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
was
yeah,
he
yeah.
was one of their first big names.
Yeah, I just don't know how they do it. Like I will say, like, you start out with an empty salary cap and you got all this money to spend, and they give you a top 5 draft pick. And you can sign any free agent you want because you can afford it. That's a lot. I mean, you could go out there just strictly build off studs fast. There's free agents that would be like, okay, they're willing to pay me. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a horrible idea. I mean, if I was a free agent and expansion team was willing to pay me, I'd go try
Come
her
on.
out. You get a new
Especially the Sonics, man.
that'd be so awesome, dude. That would be so
Dude, I
sick.
mean, you have a lot of people jumping to play for the Supersonics. Let's it come on. I mean, I don't know why they ever left. They must not have been making a lot of money or whatever,
I
but
can't remember what it was over, but yeah, they got him up out of there quick. So, well, we'll wrap all this up, man. You know, it's been awesome to just kinda get back in here and do this again. Um, I feel like we've touched on
yeah.
just about everything we wanted to
Um
touch on and more.
Yeah, been cool to do a remote episode. We've had a couple little glitches, a couple little blurry moments here and there. But we're figuring it out, man. By the next 2 or 3 we do, might have a different mic. We might try to we'll figure something out where you get some feedback. Um, yeah, we'll figure this out, man, and it'll be better on the next one. So
It just keeps surprising me every time we do this. just
Yeah,
how
I mean, and
awesome
this
it
is
is.
it's honestly been I think it's been really nice to see the remote episode and do it like we're doing it. It's been cool. It's
It
been
has.
something different, and we're both comfortable here. We're both. I love the in-person episodes too, but it's cool to have the options to do this.
Yes. That way we can, like you said, bring news when we get it, as soon as we get it, we can jump on
Yeah,
here and do one. So
love it,
anyway,
man.
I'm going to go check and see if my dog still has a foot and probably check on my kids. They're being awfully like too quiet. So
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna check on them. And I guess we're gonna get on out of here, call her a night.
sounds good, man.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. As always, I'm Derek.
I'm Jake.
Thank you for tuning into the Pretty Podcast. Y'all have a good night, man.
Appreciate you guys.